Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. I'm back home, rested. It's still fairly early Sunday morning. The National was awesome. We're going to talk a lot about things that either I saw and didn't get picked. What kind of an issue am I having with my internet right now? Did I just disappear? Hopefully, you can still hear me. Um, we'll also we'll also talk about people who didn't have a good time at the National, and I'll speculate about why. So let's hopefully this is still going. Hopefully this isn't a big issue here. Uh, let's jump right in here in a moment. Trying to get this to not be such an issue. All right, I'm going to share my screen. There's a lot today. So let's jump in. All right, so Paul Lesko, who I met and I signed his jersey. This is the hobby attorney, Paul Lesko. I interviewed him, must have been 18 months ago now. Shared what was in the VIP package. So if you bought the VIP, uh, whatever badge, um, came with some packs and like a V Friends thing. And this makes me glad I didn't actually do the VIP. And then, there are a bunch of autographs of people that I wouldn't have any interest in either. So that was good, except Rico Petroselli would be the only one. Here are the open packs, the packs that he opened. Yes, this I don't think is worth. I don't remember what it cost, but man, I'm sure people were very happy with this, but that's not what I would want. All right, Sports Collectors Daily Vintage Box, 1969. By the way, Sports Collectors Daily and Post-War Cards on Twitter did a great job covering the National with photos. 1969 Topps Baseball unopened cello box, $265,000. This is at the Baseball Card Exchange booth, which was awesome. And then here is the 62 Topps Baseball unopened wax box, a mere $395,000. Yeah, pretty cool. Then we have a 69 Topps basketball wax pack. This was going up for auction in a GAI holder. Here's the line for autographs, and I took some video of the autograph lines. It's pretty crazy how many people were there for autographs, but when you think about how many people were signing at a time, it was like 15-ish. I don't think it's that bad. And then here's a 1910 oversized Piedmont advertisement for Piedmont cigarettes. I thought that was pretty neat. This was at Heritage. I didn't. I think I went into Heritage's booth. I didn't see this. Last year, Whatnot did Michael Jordan a car previously owned by Michael Jordan. This year, for some reason, they're doing a Cybertruck giveaway. I don't know. This was outside of the National, right outside the front door. This was cool. This guy, I was thinking about doing a video on this, but a retired cardiologist from Kentucky had like 160 unopened packs dating back to 1949. He consigned them, and a bunch of them, like 30 of them, I think 30 or 40 of the packs, didn't make it into holders for various reasons, whether they had been resealed or there was a rip in them or something. So they decided to open them at the National. Here's a picture of them opening them. A lot of, middle-aged men gathered around to watch, and we're going to talk about that here in a moment. Got a Sparky Anderson rookie, Ken Boyer. Not much in those 30 or 40 packs, as you might expect, but still a lot of fun. I think I showed this in a video, but this is the T206 Honest Wagner. Memory Lane is estimating it to be worth about $5 million. and they let you come in and hold it. And it's it's slabbed, but it's also in a screw down. Good luck putting it in your pocket and walking away with it. I just want to go back and see, make sure. I think we're still good. Um, and then Sports Collectors Daily was reporting that a dealer with pretty large booth space at the National believes he's already sold half of his inventory of vintage cards, thousands of commons to set builders. And I talked to some set builders, like I think it was Rocket Rick, who was telling me that he had found a bunch of vintage commons in bargain boxes. So this this is happening. This A lot of commons are sold at the National for vintage sets. Here's a good kind of overhead, not overhead, but up high, elevated view of the National. Here we have, again, Sports Collectors Daily baseball card wax pack display box of 51 Bowman and 52 Tops. Pretty cool. Very cool, in fact. And then PSA tweeted this out. This guy got a free spot into a PSA break at the National. I don't know the details of that. It doesn't matter. This was the card he got, though. That's pretty darn cool. 2018 Shohei Ohtani Atomic Refractor Auto, numbered to 100. Pretty cool. And then Paul tweeted this out. Paul Lesko again. This is the Breaker Wall TV, where maybe this is every single Whatnot stream all on the wall. I tried not to walk through this area. And Paul's got a video. Let's turn this to full screen. We're going to mute that. And you can see that's crazy. Yeah, it's we're going to talk about the age disparity between two groups. Will Stern from Collect reporting they spoke to a lot of dealers. The vast majority of them were pleasantly surprised by the buying activity. Motivated buyers compared to expectations. Uh, so pretty cool, I think. You know, I I saw a lot of people buying, a lot of booths with missing cards in their display cases. This was the general admission line on Thursday, and I heard the lines were taking a long time to get through. But not everybody had a good time. This guy, Max, who has a big following, I don't know anything about this person, 28,000 followers on Twitter, Cards Max. Vibe is just really bad this national. Good luck finding cards to buy from this millennium. I do love connecting with everyone. This show is brutal, though. And it's an interesting perspective. There were a lot of vintage tables. I will definitely agree with that. I guess I don't know. It's funny. There were certainly plenty of ultra modern tables, and you can tell an ultra modern table right away. You can tell from 20 yards away because there are a bunch of young men gathered around, and they're all excited and they're looking, and then they have their Zion cases out, and they are on top of the display cases. And I don't I don't understand that. I think if you were to ask any vintage collectors like me, we're middle-aged men. We all have backpacks on. Some even have their backpacks on the front. Most of us aren't carrying around Zion cases, and we're certainly not setting down our cards on top of the display cases, which I don't know, it seems strange. You're blocking somebody's view, and I would walk up to some tables, and they have their Zion cases completely covering tables, and I just walk away. I guess I'm not going to look. And of course, I didn't buy any ultra modern, but that was happening at mixed tables too, where tables had modern and vintage. So it's a funny way to tell what kind of table you're approaching. All right, back at it here. Uh, and then he continues, cards are priced high, which I didn't see at all. I thought cards were shockingly low. Convention has 500 tables fewer than last year, which, yes, if that's true, I felt it and I loved it. It did feel smaller, but also it was all packed into a couple different rooms instead of like 12 in Chicago. Uh, I thought it was better than last year, significantly better than last year. And then he talks about the after show getting canceled due to overcrowding, normal trade night being limited only to those that have wristbands, etc. Those things don't impact me. So, um, yeah. And then this person, somebody said, not all dealers care that you need to flip cards every 15 minutes. And somebody replies, hard to flip vintage when nobody buys it. There were a lot of people buying vintage. The It's just funny. And then Steel City DW, one of my longtime subscribers and followers, says, I could literally walk out of the National with nothing but a pocket full of lint, and it would still be the highlight of my collecting life, especially with this awesome community. Yeah. I don't go for the cards, I go for the people. And every time I would see another YouTuber or meet a viewer of the channel, that was the highlight for me. Great time. And then you have the bathroom situation, which I talked about. Actually just over to the right here is where that wasn't private, but secret bathroom opened up. So all these people are standing in line while there's this one deep into the airplane hangar was wide open. And then you go in here, and there were actually two sides to this bathroom, which people weren't realizing. They were completely missing the left side. Bad signage. And while this was happening, everybody's trying to look up comps on eBay to see, am I going to overpay for this card? eBay's search function broke. So 1993 Topps PSA 10 comes up with a great deal on live banded crickets. And this was widespread. eBay acknowledged the problem. You can see here, Bowman's Best Refractor 1999. You get a factory error 1990s Pepsi Cola can. This guy, Collect, actually tweeted this out, that this guy bought for $200 off of Craigslist the original sign from the Basketball Hall of Fame at Springfield College. And he's now trying to get all living Hall of Famers to sign it. And he's got 14. I thought that was pretty cool. I really like this idea. You get David Thompson, Walt Frazier, Bernard King, James Worthy, Chris Mullin, Dominique Wilkins. I can't tell who some of these are. But yeah, just neat. Cool idea. All right. So also announced at the National was that Rob Veras and Burbank Sports Cards are moving their entire inventory off of eBay over to Fanatics Collect, which feels like a pretty big deal. It'll be interesting. It's going to happen over the next few months. He's also leaving Beckett because he sells on Beckett too. You can sell on Beckett. It feels like Beckett is just a barren wasteland. Yeah, it's Fanatics Collect. I feel like might be bigger than I thought. If they can peel away big people like this. All right, I saw this on Sports Card Nonsense Facebook group yesterday. And it's a Bryce Harper card with a Cubs helmet. And people are saying, well, they might have peeled out the Phillies one and glued in the Cubs one. It's easier to believe that Topps did this, that this was a Topps issue, Topps error. And by the way, I wanted to post this to Twitter, so I grabbed the group name that it came from and the person's name who posted it, rather than stealing his photo. Just a lesson that Topps could take. Okay, here we have David Saba posted this saying that the High-Low Stars Ichiro card was never printed in 1993. It's a fraudulent card printed up in 2001 and faked as 93, but PSA was grading it. And it became pretty big back, I don't know, a few weeks ago, July 5th. And Auburn35 of my channel posted that PSA was listening because they are marked as no longer being graded. Um, PSA has not revoked the certifications of these undoubtedly faked and possibly print order Ichiro cards yet. So, yeah, for as much as I criticize PSA, I will say that they are responsive. They change. They make mistakes. I collect PSA. They do make a lot of mistakes, but they are responsive when people find those mistakes and they make changes. So continue criticizing PSA. Okay, this is the 1904 Olympics gold medal winner for George Iser, an American gymnast who had a wooden leg, sold for $80,000. This is the time to be selling your Olympics memorabilia. Very cool. And then you have this 1933 Lou Gehrig All-Star Game presentational pendant. This is the very first All-Star Game. Uh, this sold, oh shoot, I can't log in because I don't have a Hunt Auctions account, but it sold for like $300,000, I think. I would normally, well, let's go. I'm going to pause this and I'll find out exactly. Hang on one sec. Yeah, I nailed it. It was $305,500, tripling its high estimate. So pretty neat. Gem rate, people are freaking out that Victor Wembanyama has the 24th most graded cards of all time. Like, this isn't surprising because he has 10,000 cards being created just for his rookie year. I'm making that number up, but it's probably not that far off. Michael Jordan had 1, 2, really low. And Ken Griffey Jr. had, I don't know, 15 for his rookie year. So the fact that Victor Wembanyama is closing in on them and will probably be there, well, he'll move into the top 10 within the next 6 to 12 months. It shouldn't be surprising. Luka Doncic has only been in the league for 7 years, 6 years, already 13th. Ja Morant, even less time than that, is in 12th. Zion Williamson, just a few years, 500,000. He's in 9th place. They're printing so many of these cards. All right, this is a Kobe Bryant locker from the old Staples Center. I thought this was neat. I'm not a Kobe guy, obviously, Celtics fan. You can't like Kobe. But a vigilant maintenance worker recognized the significance of the locker and saved it from disposal, putting it in storage, and was acquired by an American collector in a private transaction. Kept the original nameplate. Yeah, and it's been photo matched. Bidding runs through August 2nd. It's expected to sell for $1 million or more. Okay, this is weird. So I encourage you to go watch Rattle Pokemon's video. He's doing a lot of really good stuff. Rattle Pokemon did this video about a new company, and you've probably heard about the CT scanning controversy in sealed boxes and packs. This company's taking advantage of that opportunity, I guess, to say, hey, mail us your packs and boxes and pay us, and we will CT scan them for you and then mail them back to you. And here are the details from the website that Rattle Pokemon is showing. So you email them, they send you a quote, and then you send them your packs and boxes, and then they will send you a link to your CT scan files, and then you need to know how to read the CT scan and figure out if you have anything worthwhile, and then they send it back to you. And it's for low, like 1 to 5 packs, $75 per pack. 11 plus packs, $65 per pack. And then box scanning requires a quote. This isn't great, and I'll be interested to see how like Fanatics responds to this, if they'll change, if you can even see anything in Fanatics boxes. I haven't seen that yet. I've seen a bunch of videos. Dan the Card Man, um, Rattle Pokemon, various people have done these videos, and it's Pokemon packs and it's logo men. But depending on the type of pack, you can see the type of card, especially in Pokemon. So it'll be interesting to see how Fanatics responds to this and if this is a threat. Oh yeah, so here's the Kobe Bryant. I was just a little out of order here. $700,000 is the current bid on the Kobe locker. And then here's my newsletter. I'm at over 800 subscribers. Go to junkwaxhero.com to sign up. So Fanatics Collect, and for some reason they still have PWCC Marketplace as their name on Instagram, posted this, that they are no longer permitting the sale of autograph-only authenticated cards on their marketplace, which is it's welcome. So this would be PSA doing trading card. So they say feedback from the collecting community has made it clear that the authenticity of autograph-only authenticated cards can be misinterpreted. And every time I post about this or write about it in my newsletter, people say that it's up to the buyer to understand what they're buying. I agree with you, but you're going to lose people in the hobby who join the hobby and say, "Oh, I just got a 1990 Frank Thomas, no name on front, autographed," and they don't realize that it's a counterfeit card that's been autographed, and the only autograph is authenticated. Only the autograph is authenticated. So Fanatics Collect is saying, no, we're not gonna let you sell those. So we'll see. I have a hard time believing they'll stick with this, with PSA having so many millions of those out there. Stock Market News reports that Fanatics CEO Michael Rubin is looking to sell $1 billion in company stock as revenue stalls. So let's go and look at this. New York Post is a disaster. Okay, I could not get the article to load, but I have a screenshot here. Adjusted EBITDA, which is earnings before income taxes, depreciation, and amortization, margins fell from 8% to 2.5%. Ratings agencies are downgrading Fanatics, and weaker than expected earnings and cash flow, and the risk that the increasingly difficult operating environment will challenge its ability to achieve the appropriate level of returns on its current investment. So, interesting. I mean, I don't know. There's no. This is not. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. This is basically reporting from the ratings agencies. Fanatics denies it in the article. They say this is not true. Our earnings went up 17% last year, and they're saying that there's no problem. So we'll see. Andy Broome of CGC tweeted this out. Nice new holder for the smaller cards. Looks great. Topps tweeted this one out. Juan Soto hit this home run and then leaned. It's kind of like the Carlton Fisk wave. It's a cool image. It's a cool card. I saw this. I don't know if this was at the National. I don't think it was, but I just wanted to mention it. This guy has I assume this is a guy, Yankees, Kansas City, New Jersey Devils, and Celtics tattoos on his leg. Yikes. You can't you can't do that. You can't be fans of all those teams. It's illegal. All right, my subscriber, Brian, is consigning this Wilt Chamberlain. Very, very rare. I did a video on this over a year ago, I guess, on the set that he found. And current bidding is at $1,050 with 2 weeks to go. Uh, it's pretty cool. It's a really, really ugly card, but they're extremely rare, and Wilt Chamberlain fans will certainly want to bid on this. This person caught Jordan Alvarez's home run ball that he hit the cycle for last week. And so she said it's worth more to him than it is to me. I want to give it to him. So Topps created a card for this time and are giving one, an autographed card of this, to her, to Amy. So pretty neat. Again, for all the criticism of Topps, we're ending here on a good note. And then Cody, I don't know who this Funderburk, Cody Funderburk, Major League player. This person sends to a seller on eBay. Uh, I was wondering, I'm probably Cody's biggest fan. I'm his mom. Wondering what is the lowest you consider for someone who knows nothing about card prices but trying to get my kids cards. I have no idea, but seems like $99 is a lot for my kid. No, let me know. Thanks for your consideration. I thought that was funny. So we always try to end this on a positive note, mostly positive. And I pause the video instead of turning off the screen sharing. Always trying to end this on a positive note, mostly positive today, which was nice. So thanks for watching. I have today and tomorrow, and then I go back to work after more than 4 weeks off, really more than a month off, because I last worked on June 28th. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys tagging along on my national journey, commenting. Let me know if you have any comments about anything today, too. Hope you have a great Sunday.